now it's working. Hi everyone, welcome to Rhymes with Klei. I'm Vito, programmer on DST.
And I'm Mike, artist on DST.
Previously on Hamlet.
Yeah.
And so today we just updated with Wormwood for DST. And that's also why Mike is here, because that's the character was designed by Mike in Hamlet. Okay, so we're gonna look at some of the concept art, some of the items, the skin items, and then we'll probably go through some of the in-game stuff, the gameplay stuff. You guys are probably for people who haven't played Hamlet before, it's probably all new to you. But for people who have, you might want to know what's different or changed in the DST version. We'll go through that later and just make sure we answer any questions you guys have about that. I should have gone to this thing.
We'll take a look.
Ta-da!
At it.
Okay,
there you go.
Let's redo our intro. Just kidding. Okay, but Wormwood is out now. It's already live on Steam. By the way, I just patched it like five minutes ago.
Yeah, that was, Vito
Mike is scared, but I like to do
it.
that. It fixes some controller issues that were made it hard for people on controllers to play. So I had to patch it quickly.
So thank you for that.
So update if you haven't. What else did I want to say? It is live on PS4 and Xbox as well.
Cool.
Yeah, the controller issues aren't affecting them as much, but the team is still gonna try and patch in just to clean it up a bit. Mm-hmm. I'll explain why the controllers were changed at all when we get to the gameplay portion of it. Okay, so if there's no questions, we can start with concept stuff.
Oh, is it?
Do you want it? This one? Let's do it.
I think so.
Clicked.
Okay.
There we go. Oh my god, these are like really early concepts. Have people seen these?
This is the first time.
Okay.
You told me.
Yeah.
You said let's go nuts. I go, okay.
Well, yeah, because if you've seen our past streams, when we show new creatures or skins, we always we don't mind showing people things that we experimented with that didn't make it in. Maybe sometimes they look super cute or super cool, but they just don't fit in the universe, or they just don't make sense, or we might want to save them for a future or something else, right?
Yeah. So I mean, there are little bits of Wormwood in all of these anyways.
Yeah.
So it's always at some point, the final, the existing version of Wormwood is now just kind of the best marriage of all of these things.
I mean, definitely the plant theme is very strong.
Oh yeah. Well, so I mean, I'll click through some of these, but this one here has a lot of the leafy stuff, and then I was like, well. Then I thought, well,
except for the onigiri mushroom.
Yeah. Well, I got this other little mushroom guy here too, but the onigiri. Yeah, I just got that. But it's such an appealing shape. I like it.
Newbie XD5 asks new skin items for Wormwood. There are 3 new character skins for Wormwood, but. There's no. He's got his own personal crafting items, but there's no skins to go with those for this release. Just the character itself.
Okay.
So yeah.
Alien Gladiator says or asks, was that a didgeridoo for Wormwood?
The voice.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Took a while.
I'm 99% sure.
Yeah, me too. That's why I stopped myself.
I'm only 99% sure.
Yeah.
If I buy Hamlet right now, do I get Wormwood for DST? I think you should probably... I'll leave that to Joe or Peter to answer in chat instead. Anything to do with purchasing and the sales, I'll leave that to chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to move to the next page?
I'll do it. I know how to use a keyboard sometimes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is this? Just more... concepts, or are these different phases of
these are more concepts?
Okay.
So it's I started with the leafy stuff, and then I was like, well, the other things come out of the ground. I could have done a carrot or something at some point.
Yeah.
But then mushrooms came to mind, and then I started kind of going, well, maybe a more of a foresty tree sort of thing going on.
Yeah.
So these were the ones I came
It's
up
definitely a lot more wood than leafy on this page.
I mean, like wood has some like strength and structure to it, so it feels like more like the character like feels like solid. So that's kind of what we ended up with. In fact, so I'm going to move on to some of these. Oh, yeah.
The crazy page.
I forgot about this. So just different types of blooms because Wormwood, in case anyone didn't know, goes through different phases, through different seasons.
Was that a thing that you guys had decided right from before you started designing the art that you wanted him to grow?
It was pretty early on.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't it just seemed like because the theme in Hamlet was that we have these like new seasons, right? And Wormwood is a creature of nature, so we wanted to make sure.
Okay, this is an interesting question. How long was the crystal a part of the design? Was it even in the here? I'm going to go back. Was it even in this one? There's no crystals in this one, right?
No.
When did you guys decide to give him the crystal?
Well, the crystal felt it's almost like it's like we wanted to give it life of some kind, so we wanted to do something to kind of make that more something a bit more magical. Interesting and magical, but like also like give it a source of like
and definitely
plant.
It definitely makes him very very different than all the other characters that are kind of they're still people trapped in things,
right?
In monsters or just like monster or like creatures of the world. This one is definitely like otherworldly, very different.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Don't Starve world has a lot of mystical. Of course, there's a ton of mystical elements, and it's like why can't we, make sure that we draw on all those resources, right? Yeah. So, but as you can see, all the flowers is like the bottom right one, especially. I thought let's just bloom them.
How are they hearing my phone? It's already on silent. How does?
You know what? It's probably traveling through the structure of the table and
in my pocket.
I think you're paying attention. But and then we ended up with the more flowery, brighter version. But it's also like a combination of the colors and the shapes of like the stuff on this page. So
cool.
Yeah.
Want me to go to the next page?
Sure. Yeah. These are all like
his items. His craftable items.
Yeah, but they're just mostly the concepts for it.
Yeah.
So when I was talking to Jason, on the top we have the wraps.
Yeah.
Make a compost wrap, and I'm like, how do you make compost?
It's basically taking the poop and then making it in the form of something that you would normally eat.
Yeah. So I made like I was thinking of like
we have to be careful about our choice of words.
Oh yeah. Sure. So I just wanted to make sure, like, I was like, well, how would I eat something that's kind of goopy? It's like, well, I'll wrap it. And there's all sorts of wraps. And like, I like sushi, so I thought, that's a great way to consume things that are kind of like hard to hold together. Yeah. Let's just wrap it up in some seaweed.
I can definitely see like a cone there.
There's a cone, yeah. I don't even remember what you call that, but I just...
Like a temaki.
Is it temaki? Yeah. Okay, cone.
Violet asked, how late in development did you finalize Wormwood's design? That would have been back in Hamlet, for sure. Like it's not, So that was quite a while ago. Yeah.
But even then, like, I wouldn't even say it was final until it even got into DST, right? See. Because there's some like things that had to work in DST as well. So it was an ongoing thing until now. So. Reset player says, what influences your choice for the final when you have so many I'll take that as a compliment. I guess in the end I want to say it comes down to what is the look of the world. So not everything works with the world. Once you put it into the game, it just doesn't fit, like visually or thematically. Maybe against other characters, like especially in DST, right? It has to kind of look. You want it to fit in. That's basically it.
Okay. So I went too far.
Okay.
I was.
Oh yeah. So there's armor on the bottom. Yeah. So you'll see that when Vito plays, like how that stuff works. And and we had some trap concepts here as well. I can't remember if they're. The traps? For craftable, yeah.
The traps still work, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
The only thing we took out was the poison one. The poison, I forget what it's called. The one that heals poison.
Oh, right. That's the middle. That's the middle set on the left there with the little red, the light green.
Yeah, because currently we don't have poison in the game yet. But if we ever do, it's gonna get added back in basically.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's ready and waiting.
Yep.
Yeah. So the other ones were traps, like just like to protect you against wandering enemies and whatnot. I guess. Yeah. So I think we can just move to the next one.
Move to the next one. So these are some of the skins. So Lara worked on the skins when we ported him to DST. Obviously, we need to make skins for him. Yeah. So these are Lara's designs. There's 3 of them.
Times 4.
Times 4 because there's like 4 stages to him. There's the basic, and then in spring there's 3 different stages to his bloom. So that was a lot of work. That was when we first took Mike onto our team. Said,
what did you do, Mike? I go, I'm sorry.
It's like we just needed your help because Lara could not handle that on her own.
She does everything on her own. So
for the skins, we had to ship. We really wanted to ship it on time, so we just got Mike to help with that. Is there another page of this? Do you know what's after?
I'll just explain this one real quick. So, so thank you, Lara, for doing all of these. I know I put a lot of work on your table. So she actually designed these anyways. I just helped her do the in-between stage. So this I'm pointing at it, but I know you guys can't see. But, but the one on the top, like, so for let's say the first 2 on the top left.
The Oasis.
The cactus.
Cactus.
Yeah. She just did the first one, and then the very final, like, fully bloomed version. And then I was like, I just did the ones that, like, I determined, what would it look like in between, right? So I did those. So just for the cactus, but she did everything else. So
I usually play with the mushroom one when I play.
Oh, you just like.
Well, no, because like I was playing with Hugo, and we each needed to pick one, so he picked cactus, so I played mushroom.
Oh, okay, cool. It's a good color contrast there. Yeah.
Olex asks about the gameplay stuff. I'll cover later, so I'll just answer that question later.
Okay. Sure.
Next page. Is there more?
There's one more, I think.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're just lined up. These are the kind of the more final designs. So the flower is a little bit different on some of them. There is a real stickler for details. So they might look the same at first glance, but these are more polished and cleaned up and color corrected and stuff. So it's kind of it's a bit grueling actually. So whenever I sent her stuff for feedback, I feel like, oh no, she's gonna notice something. But she was really, really cool about it. So
the players noticed a lot of things too. They just logged us some bugs. There was this one bug about
you guys have sharp eyes.
The regular version, the unskinned version from the back. Someone was like, the flower's backwards, and then then I'm like, what are they talking about? And then I couldn't figure it out, and then I'm like, and then Peter told me what they meant, and I'm like, oh, it is backwards.
Okay.
I just couldn't figure it out. Okay, let's get into game now. I think that was the last slide. Let me make sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Everything's gonna go dark. Dark for a few seconds.
Oh, we're good.
I have a cheat sheet too of all the things. Because Wormwood has a lot of things. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, we can quickly look at the skins, because I'll probably go through that in the UI. Item collection, just so we have the proper names for what they're all called. Curio cabinet. 100%. Okay, Peter gave me all the skins.
Oh, nice.
So this is the mushroom one. It's called the hollow because they actually they're not just called mushroom. Yeah. So that's the one I like the mushroom skin. I think there's pieces to it too, right?
These
are part of it as well.
Yeah.
Do they all come with that?
Yep. So when you think about the amount of art, so times 4. So that's So that's 3 skins times 4, which is 12. 12 times however many parts, I guess, have to go on. I think it's like the body, the hands, and the pants. So.
Cave Lonely. Yeah. Oh, it says Cave Lonely. Okay, so that's it for this skin. Then the next one is called...
Oh, I don't even know.
I said it earlier. It's Oasis, right?
Yeah,
Oasis Bound. Oh, I was only half there. Okay.
I thought you were just talking crazy.
No, I'm not actually. Okay. It's Oasis Bound. Oh, the icon is so funny. Let me just set it up. Oh, he's half Oasis, half... Oh, the feet are so funny.
Okay. Yeah, because we took off the feet, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's just... We wanted nubs, and it felt more like
we wanted nubs. Okay.
Plump. I like it. It's cute. It's like a teddy bear.
And yes, we are aware of the layering bug with the invisible feet, but in this build is already fixed. So that's why I can't remember exactly how to trigger it, but like I was trying to give him shoes to see if that was the issue, but whatever it is, it's fixed. So I can't make it happen anymore, anyways. So yeah, Peter fixed that.
Cool.
Last one is from the Rose collection. It's the Rose skin. The Rose?
Oh yeah. Oh, but you got the wrong body.
Yeah, it doesn't fit, right? It looks like... there we go. So the Rose skin. Hedge Rose?
Hedge Rose legs.
The Rose, okay.
Oh, so each part has its own name.
I guess so.
Cool.
Yeah, so these are all available. I think there's a pack you can buy with all of them together, or you can get that with the character itself.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. And when I go in game, I'm gonna use this one. So let me set it up.
Are you gonna combo? Are you gonna combo the body? Oh, you
no, it looks. I can't. Like, I know some people like to make things look weird, but
I could spend probably like a good hour in here. I'm that character creator guy, like in any game that has it.
Okay, I think I should get into game. A lot of questions are coming in about the gameplay stuff. Like, so
sure.
If I get in there, I'm gonna host a game with the password and let people join a little later.
Ooh.
No caves.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay. What will it be called? Okay. Did I type that right?
I don't even know.
It's not what I did last time. Last time the password was password.
Oh, right. I remember that.
Nobody joined, which means maybe password isn't such a bad password after all.
I think
because nobody guessed it.
Yeah, we've been told it's been bad so many times that nobody uses it anymore.
But nobody guessed it. Yeah, it's safe. So,
I don't condone using that as a password for anything.
Here's one case where it was safe.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will pick my Wormwood with the right skin, and I will go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get through some of the questions really quickly. So one of his biggest things that you need to know if you want to play Wormwood is that when you eat food, you don't heal. You get hunger, your sanity can go up or down based on the food, but your health doesn't change based on the food, whether it's up or down. I guess we should have said health changes. Like, it's not restricted to healing. Like, things that hurt your health also don't. Basically, just doesn't affect your health. So if you eat like something that would normally hurt you, you won't get hurt. But it's kind of like it doesn't
benefit.
Help. Yeah, no benefit. So that's the thing. The exceptions to that are. So the question was, why doesn't Glommer Goop work? Well, that one's still consumed as food, so it counts as food. The ones that do work are there's only one, which is jelly beans. That's more of like a healing buff that's a result after you eat. The tick of health from the eating, you don't get that, but that's almost nothing anyways. It's the health buff, you still get the health buff. It's the same way as how Wartox gets the full healing from eating jelly beans as well, because that's just health buff. So that still works. The other question was, can Wartox heal Wormwood? Yes, you can. So basically, you can get healed. You just don't heal from eating.
Right.
Yeah, and you can still heal with salves, like healing salves and everything.
Okay.
Like other things still heal you. It doesn't mean you can't heal.
Okay. So that's my question then. Is it's been a while since I've played Wormwood, so I don't. Has that changed from Hamlet? And is that something?
Well, in Hamlet, you didn't have Wartox, so. But no, that hasn't changed. You can still use salves to heal yourself.
Okay. And you make all of that yourself. Is that done?
Yeah, you can make that. You can use like spider glands to heal yourself. None of that's different because that's not food.
Right.
That's just more like first aid.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other thing you guys may have noticed is
I noticed.
Yeah, his idol we gave him a little more personality. This is a thing that we wanted to do. We're gonna slowly include it to the characters that we've updated so far as well. That's almost ready to go, and then we'll do that for all new characters moving forward as well.
Yeah, as an artist animator, that is kind of huge for me. And also, like I said earlier, I love the character creator stuff, and that is a small touch, but it adds. It is like that's the character now. Like it defines it. Right. When everyone is doing the same idols, it's like kind of. You feel like everything is skinned and doesn't have its own like backstory, I guess. But
yeah. So the little action, it's if you've watched the trailer, it's kind of like something from there. Yeah. So if you don't know, then just watch the trailer
watch it again.
Okay. Can you explain about the ghost skins for Wartox and Wormwood? We just threw in some ghost skins. The ghost skins for Wormwood are only going to be shaped after his basic form without any of the plant, the thing that blooms on his head. It's just like Peter had updated his system to actually allow us to skin the ghosts. So we're like, if it's not going to take too much of Lyra or the other artist time, we will sometimes add it in just to match. Like the shape of this Wormwood's head changes so much. We were like, we should really skin it. That's why we did it. Oh no, what did they see? Okay, anyways. There's something I saw too that will be fixed later. I'm just scrolling back out. Okay.
I didn't see it.
Okay. Nobody saw anything. Where did my pen go?
Right here.
Oh, no, I got it. It's not for the bug. I'm just not going to make sure I keep track of what I've gone through.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So the other big ones that big thing is the eating. And then the second biggest thing for him is planting.
Oh, yeah.
Wormwood can plant directly onto the ground. You can also eat the seeds, but because you can plant it, I don't think many people will be eating seeds as Wormwood, unless you're really hungry.
Yeah.
But
I mean, now that it serves this new kind of more, sounds like a more useful function.
Yeah, we named it differently. It's a wild crop, just because in DST. Wow. Someone figured out my password. So good. Okay, good job.
I want to know what it is. That's okay. It's okay.
So the wild crop, the difference is these crops after they grow. So they look almost exactly like the ones on the farms, except they will rot over time. That's the difference. So that if you plant it all over the world, they will rot. It's good and bad because he does need a lot of rot. So it's not all bad. Basically, for Wormwood, it's good. For other characters, it just means you can't just grow a lot of stuff. And then it's not going to stay there forever. Like you can't have free food all winter because they will rot, and they won't grow in winter either.
Right.
So visually, you'll notice that we updated the graphics a bit from Hamlet, but like all the changes will eventually probably get ported back to single player. I know a lot of the bugs that we fixed. Jason's already brought it back as well, and then the art bugs you've brought back as well.
Yeah, I fixed some of that stuff there.
Yep. So let me just grow a few stages of it so people can see what it looks like. So the other difference is the leaves are a little different. I should probably have a farm going next to me as well.
Yeah, Vito and I were working on this kind of back and forth quite a bit. It's like it's gotta look more wild, and it's too small. Let's add some dirt. And so it was actually not something I'm used to, where it's like let's go add a whole other level of detail, and let's just really make this feel more grounded in the world and that kind of thing. It's not that I haven't been doing it, but sometimes. But Vito knows there's a lot of stuff, so, so it's really helpful.
Wait, I'm just gonna spawn a fire pit.
And clearly you guys noticed a lot of stuff too, so we always try our best to keep things up to snuff, visually anyways.
Alright, so I got light, and you guys can see the difference between the crops is the leaves are a little bit softer on the farm ones, and they're kind of like, what would you call that? Fuzzy fern-like?
Yeah, wild. Right?
Wild.
Like,
they're wild. That's right. Okay. But the crop itself will turn out the same. The other thing to note is that they grow slower. They're basically a level 0 farm.
Okay.
Even the slow farm is faster than growing it on the floor. The other thing we did to make sure was that Wicker Bottom's book will still fully grow a wild
one
crop.
Of those. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. No matter what. Cool. And yeah, I mean, I want to talk about the poo wrap thing, but we'll get that soon.
Yeah.
We already answered Wartox can heal Wormwood. The other question is, when is the return of beta update coming for Wormwood? Or you mean when is Wormwood going into the beta? I think the guys working on the beta stuff, they're already in the process of merging that over.
Oh, cool.
So within the next patch, maybe even today, I'm not really sure. Whenever they get it all done and tested, it'll go live. Like they're not holding it back or anything. They're working on it.
Yeah.
There's a comment about Wormwood not being able to eat raw seeds on PS4. So that's the controller bug that I was talking about, and someone else has figured out my password. Yay.
The list is growing.
But yeah, so they're working on patching that on PS4 as well. It's already patched on Steam, so if you're playing controllers, you should be able to use all the inventory actions again. Okay, so what else do they need to know about the changes to crops is you can now...
Whoa. Hello.
Why is it so exciting? You can actually dig up stuff now. As long as it's not finished. If it's finished growing, the action goes away because you can harvest it, which is also basically going to get rid of it.
Right.
But if it's growing and you're like, oh, I didn't want it here, or someone has left it there and you don't.
Oh, you just take the whole chunk out.
Take it out. It just goes.
Okay.
That is also, we actually made that work with the farm plots as well.
Oh, okay. So that's a new thing then.
Yeah, because previously, like you can't get rid of this farm until this is fully grown.
Okay.
But now you can do that, get rid of it, and then you can hammer this down. So that's a change. You can now shovel up, dig up crops. I want to build more. Sorry, it needs to look good.
Somebody, I lost the question, but somebody was asking earlier about whether the grow animation. Oh, you know what? I think it's because you were clicking it, you're feeding it, so it looked like it was kind of slowly animating out.
When crops grow, it's not animated. It goes to the percentage of the animation and stops there.
Right.
The easiest way to see that is like spoiled food is the slowest item that you can grow it by.
Oh, so if you feed it really fast, then you get some kind of animating
like that.
outward. There you go. Come on. There you go.
My God. It didn't even finish it with all that spoiled rot. Okay. So is that all I want to talk about with the crops? I think that might be it. So I can go on to something else.
Oh, did you want to do the rotten?
Right.
Stuff?
Okay, yeah, I should show that. I can do that real quick. What happened to my fertilizer? Fertilizer's still pretty good. Okay, so if
because I know
I don't know what's this. Will this work?
I'm hungry.
I'll be fine.
I mean, if you can. Do your best. I believe in you.
Okay, there.
There you go.
So if you leave it for too long, it's about this. The other difference is when the crops are finished growing, they already begin to perish even if you don't pick them. But it's not quite the same as leaving it on the ground. Like it perishes with a curve. So it's like the earlier you pick it, it's still quite a bit better than. It'll still be quite fresh.
Yeah.
It's like at the end, it suddenly rots very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you leave your crops sitting around for a long time before you go pick them, you'll notice they don't come fully fresh.
Oh, I see.
Whereas on a farm, they do.
Yeah, well,
so farms are
fresh.
Yeah. So farms are still okay. They're. I mean, I don't know. Are they okay?
Well, depends what you put in the soil. But I remember the rot because when I sent it to Vito, I said, "Does this work?" And you said, "That's really gross." I go, "Good."
Yeah, it works. So gross. It's perfect. One last thing is there's a mini-map icon for the farms, just so you can still see your farm plot in your map if that's a thing you like to do.
You can admire your kingdom.
Yep.
Yep.
That's probably new. I don't think they had the icon in Hamlet yet.
Oh, okay.
But okay. Okay, next. So that's it for seeds and planting. So that's probably why most people will be picking Wormwood for that.
Right.
That would be his main thing.
Make his own resources. Hers? I don't even know. That's
Wormwood?
That's the thing. Wormwood.
Him.
Is it him?
Yeah, I asked Chris.
Oh.
I confirmed because I'm like, am I right?
I actually didn't know.
But then
Yeah.
she said yes.
Okay. Okay.
I confirmed.
Good to know.
See, I'm full hunger again. Okay, so the crafting tab. Wormwood has his own crafting tab called the Green Thumb. This is in single player. He's got 5 items. We have 4 because we don't have the poison healing thing. So this is the obvious one. You can make living logs at the cost of health. There's a cool animation. Okay, that's really I like that one the most. So you don't need to fight for it. You can just whenever you need a log, just make one.
Yeah,
you can make it for your friends. But yeah, they're gonna have to heal you if you. And then a lot of his personal crafting stuff requires the living logs as well.
Yeah. I remember when I was talking to Jason about creating the living log. He says, "Do an animation where he makes a living log." I'm like, "What's a living log?"
Oh, okay.
It's like it sounds like it's used for so many things. Like,
yeah, so it's for late game mainly. So many things, as in the dank sword, basically.
Oh, okay. So the OP thing.
Yeah,
I guess. Okay.
I think so. I mean, I think that's what it is. I'm not really sure because I don't ever get that far.
But I know that I know that people reacted to it.
I know this is what mostly that's what I know it's used for.
Yeah,
I don't really know what else I would use it for.
Yeah. Well, people were like, "Oh, you can make living like that was on the comments." I was like, "Oh, it's important."
Quick question: can fire spread easier to the crops grown on the ground? I think the properties are exactly the same. The fire spreading properties aren't any different than crops in the farm. Okay. The items. Living log was the first one. The bramble husk and the trap and the compost route. Let's do the equipment first. So bramble husk.
Oh yeah, this one's cool.
The controversial items. Some people like are. Well, I mean, like. It's brand new, so everyone wants to know immediately. Is this like the most OP thing that I can immediately use? But it's never gonna be like that, right? So for some people, they figure out how to use it. So in DST, you have to realize that our armor works a little differently. Actually, I don't know. Maybe single player got updated, but basically with us is if like for example, this is what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I will get the protection of the football hats. Protection value because it's the better item, but the depletion will be split between the two.
Okay,
and also it will still trigger the effect of the bramble husk, which, if you didn't know, it shoots out spikes.
Oh, let's get somebody.
I need a weapon though.
Let's do it.
Actually, I don't need a weapon.
You just need to aggro somebody.
Yeah. This spider.
There you go. Boom.
So yeah, so those spikes are decent. Like I think I don't have to do anything, and they should just get rid of them eventually.
Well, in Hamlet, when I was testing out some stuff, I would I think it wasn't tuned properly.
Yeah.
I just made tons of bramble armors.
Yeah.
And then tested like the world.
Yeah.
So when the bats showed up,
then
it just took care of them.
Well, I mean,
right
also
away.
in single player, everything has less health, so that's why why that was so hard.
Oh, I see. So is that the difference then between single player and? Because you said it's different.
Everything's got more health because you would probably not be alone, or you can be alone, but like a lot of people play together. Then that's why.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's how the armor works. In this case, because the player is wearing it, we made it so that in non-PvP you don't hurt each other. Okay. So if we're both fighting alongside each other, and I'm shooting out spikes, it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah. That's nice.
It's just it's for that purpose, which leads to the other thing though. The traps, because that's not me controlling it.
Yeah.
It's a trap. Those spikes will hurt players, so you got to be careful that just because it's easier and cheaper to make these traps, that if you do and you use them the same way, where you're like just kiting dogs around them while you're standing there, you're going to get hit by the spikes. So you got to be careful about that. Except if you're wearing this armor, it actually completely negates thorn damage.
Cool.
It doesn't even deplete.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you just just ignores the thorns completely. So you won't it won't actually break your armor either. You just take no damage, which is pretty good.
So you've become the bramble.
Yeah. Rabbit.
We've got a question, zombie normal.
I gotta keep spawning rabbits till one of them triggers the trap. See, so I didn't get hurt at all. Right. So that's why. So that would be at the very least, if you want to switch to using these traps, you would need to leave these armors for other people to wear when they're running through your trap, or kiting dogs through your trap, or something like that.
That's your antidote. Yeah.
We updated it so that it also protects against thorns from cactus and roses and marsh bushes.
Wow. You guys thought of everything.
Yeah. I think a lot of it was actually reading feedback on the forums.
Oh, okay. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, someone chased the rabbit into it. So good.
Into
the trap because I reset.
Oh no!
So now we got 2 dead rabbits.
There you go.
Okay, so those 2 items. Those are pretty straightforward. I think we can move on from those. The damage numbers, someone else is probably gonna post. I totally forgot what they. Oh no, I have them here actually.
Whoa!
Yeah, the armor. The ones that shoot out the armor does 23 damage. The ones that shoot out of the trap does 40 damage. Okay. They're also updated a little from the single player version, so that the damage is like it actually matches when you see the graphics. Like if the further away that it hits, it's like the later it actually hits them. Yeah, so it's like the timing feels better when you visually see it.
Yeah.
Oh, the other change that some people brought up was the chat text. In DST, the color of the text matches your player color. The in-game text, the ones that are inspections, are white instead of green, because green is probably someone else's player color.
I see.
So
I heard some discussion about that.
It gets very confusing. So that's the reason if people want to know why it's like that in DST.
Okay. So there's this one question here from Zombie.
Oh, how come Wormwood doesn't catch fire easy like he does in Hamlet? Fire has always been one of the toughest things to tune for DST, being a co-op game. The way it can grief, or the way like that it just ruins gameplay. Like in the single player, if something like completely destroys your world and then you lose, it makes sense if that's by design. But in DST, we don't want to ruin someone's, like everyone else's experience, like especially if they weren't around. And it's just like, I don't know why the game's over now, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like so fire has to be toned down. Like the other thing is that DST, everyone burns already too, and we were like, oh,
you want to burn some more?
I'm like, in single player, right. I was like, you mean characters don't burn in single player? I didn't. Because when Jason told me, Wormwood now burns, I'm like, everyone burns in. Doesn't everyone burn?
Doesn't everyone burn?
Yeah. But
It's
the
so dark.
burning was I think a thing we added very early for PvP, so that you can shoot fire stabs at each other.
No.
That's why everyone burns.
You put fire in someone's hand, it's never good.
But yeah, definitely the balance we did make is he does burn. If you do burn, you'll burn longer and take more damage. It's a very minor thing. We didn't really want the DST version of him to focus too much on the fire aspect. There's so much else to do in already. Like there's like this whole list of things to do already. Okay, so that's good. Let's back to his last crafting, because someone was asking what options does Wormwood have to recover HP.
Yes.
So the last thing that he crafts, the compost wrap, that's how he heals. That's his main thing for healing.
Yeah, I love this.
It's basically you're fertilizing yourself. Okay, you ready? I'm going to zoom in.
Do it.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. And he's happy.
Now he's healed. Yeah, you can actually do
Doesn't
that.
work for everybody. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, it only works on him. And I know people want to, but you can't do it to other people either.
You just do this?
No, we're not gonna add that. You can fertilize using a bucket. It's way less health. When you use regular poop, it's only 2 health. With that one, I think it's like 20 health. I think it's 20 health.
Okay.
Yeah,
compared to
with the compost wrap, you get 20 health. If you use poop, individual pieces of poop.
You just pick up the dung.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
That one.
That's right. Yeah, and
but the animation is way faster.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit.
Yeah, but you get 2 health only.
Right.
Very, very little.
I don't even know why I'm questioning it, because like I animated this. It's just been a while, guys. I'm so sorry.
So definitely, like there's a lot more options in DST, because you can be playing with the Wartox, right? And Wartox can do the group heal, and I think there's some synergy there. Okay. Obviously, you can still use spider glands or healing salves, but I'm just going to spider gland this one. Okay. Yeah. So the other reason that you need to just get used to this is that like a lot of times you might just be early game, just be like eating seeds or flower petals to heal. So now that won't work anymore. The other thing is when you're fighting, you might want to pop dragon pie fruits because it's fast.
Okay.
Dragon fruit pie. Whatever. Okay. The pie with the dragon fruit. That one's I like using that one a lot. But now that won't heal him. You have to go through this big long animation to heal.
Yeah.
One more people I just saw, guano.
But it's nice because like it's just a different way of playing too, right? And
guano heals the same way.
Oh, there you go.
Don't mind the color. No, guano is also 2 health. They all do the same. When you use a bucket of poop, it actually costs 20% of the poop bucket, not 10%. Wormwood is hungry.
And how much health does that translate
it's
to?
Still just 2.
It's very small.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not recommended to do, it's basically so you want to make the compost wrap.
Yeah.
Season hunger.
When you're in a jam, right?
Yeah. Definitely. I know when I played, I still used a lot of this because I kill a lot of spiders. I still built a lot of healing salves and spider glands. Okay. Okay, we should go through. Okay, all the crafting is done. The compost wrap is actually 30 health. I was wrong. Okay, 30 health, which is actually way better.
Oh yeah,
30 health.
That's higher than
the other change we did with in DST is that the compost wrap has a lot more properties similar to poo, meaning it's fuel. So it works just like fuel, but it's like mega fuel.
Nice.
It's not worth it, but it's like if you left it around, there's no wormwood anymore.
Yeah.
Like if the wormwood just left and never came back. It's also mega poop, mega fertilizer. It'll just instantly finish growing anything.
Oh, it's like it's like a tribute to your lost wormwood.
Yeah, basically. so the items don't become garbage if he's gone.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's literally garbage.
Well,
compost wrap.
Hey, sometimes garbage burns well.
Yeah. So that's a minor thing. Probably something that we would eventually take to single player. It just makes sense, right? Like if regular poop you can use that way, I think this one you can use that way too.
Actually, there's a question that I'm kind of curious about as well. just right there.
Yeah.
Malcontent asks, does rain affect him differently?
Rain affect him differently? Not necessarily. So like the season affects him, but rain doesn't affect him any differently.
Okay.
At least in the Hamlet and this version, he does not. Like,
Okay.
it's definitely an interesting concept, right?
Yeah.
But definitely we focus heavily more on the season. So spring is what happens. So I'm probably going to look at that now.
Are we gonna do the phases?
Yeah, we can do the phases now. I think there's enough time. There's 15 minutes we can do, because I think the things left are spring.
Yeah.
And also the sanity stuff that I'll do the sanity stuff last.
Okay.
That changed the most.
Some of this sounds new to me, actually.
The sanity stuff
yeah.
it changed quite a bit. So I'm gonna set it
cool.
to spring. It's gonna be weird. In here, because I can't press F3. I think it's gonna set it to the middle of spring.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, we'll see.
He's gonna go instantly full bloom.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Because there are other things associated with
well,
that,
you know what?
right?
We can just show that, and then people can play him themselves.
There you go.
I'm just gonna take everything off.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go.
I'll make sure people know it's spring. Okay, so this is his final form, basically.
Yeah.
He actually, as spring progresses, you slowly transform into this form. You'll know it's the final form because flowers start blooming on the ground.
Yep.
And
sprouting
spores.
pollen. Yeah, spores. Yeah.
He moves faster. So he moves at final form, it's 100. It's 20% faster.
That's
but
good. That's
it
good.
basically
huh?
slowly
Yeah.
ramps us up to that during spring as you're transforming.
Oh, so you do get slightly faster even as you're going. Cool. I like that.
At the same time, though, your hunger starts draining faster.
That makes sense.
And at this state, he's draining twice as fast. He gets hungry twice as fast.
Oh boy!
But this is spring, though, so that brings up that's why when they asked the rain question, I was like, the rain in spring actually makes crops grow faster. So that's why like you just have way more food. You need more food, but you'll have more food as well.
Yeah. You're also faster, so you can go find your resources more quickly.
Like if I had the cane,
so it's a good chance to just like uncover more of the map.
Why do I have so much stuff?
Wow, you do have a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, like you can eat mushrooms now. I was telling Peter you can't die to mushrooms anymore. Because the health doesn't affect him up or down.
Wait, but if he eats mushrooms, won't he feel bad for his mushroom kind?
No.
Oh, okay.
Food is food.
That's true. Yeah, sometimes you gotta eat, right?
Yep. Okay, so this is basically the thing in spring. So in spring, just remember that he transforms, and you will get, and also if it doesn't happen immediately, there's like a little bit of delay, so it's randomized.
Okay. Yeah,
it's about 30 seconds.
Okay.
So don't worry, don't log a bug before waiting 30 seconds for him to transform.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but we added in a little poof effect just so it looks nicer when the build suddenly changes.
Yeah.
That's just a little thing we added in DST. And the other thing in spring is bees are attracted to him. It's almost like a screen's distance away.
Yeah. Are they harmful to
So
him,
that's
though?
like everyone's question. Like the thing is, in spring, bees are just aggressive. Whether they attract to you or not, they're aggressive. So basically you're attracting aggressive bees. So yes, they will attack you.
Okay. I was hoping for like that whole like Sleeping Beauty thing where she's just surrounded by nature, and it's like nature is all your friend.
I was gonna say I'm gonna spawn bees there and see if they come to me, but they're gonna stop at the other guys.
Yeah.
So I'll do them here.
Just keep them between you and the bees, and
I won't die because I've gone on the bramble armor.
Oh, that's true. Make quick work. Oh wait. Oh, do you mean to put them down there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wanted them to come to me
right.
on their own. I didn't want. But basically, I mean, I'm doing it the lazy.
You're taking a little bit of damage. Right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I think the helmet is 80%, but I guess you can put on like a marble helmet and then just run around.
Just be invincible, sure.
Yeah. Oh yes, I also fixed the bug. Someone would notice that when you were on a beefalo, it was still triggering the armor, which made you like a 2,000 health tank.
Yeah.
Without ever losing your armor. But we fixed that already, so you can't be a spiky beefalo tank anymore. There was one other thing. Also his speed bonus is like it's part of him. Unlike the cane, it doesn't stack with the beefalo. So when you're on a beefalo, you're taking the beefalo's speed and the saddle speed bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't multiply your own speed bonus onto the beefalo.
Okay.
That's just a tuning thing.
Then you'd be a fast tank, 2,000 health tank.
Yep. Like way too fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot. Do they need Mega Poop again?
Oh, there you go.
Spring. That's it for spring, right?
In what way? Like for the
I'm gonna show the ghost because someone mentioned it before.
I want to see the ghost too.
Because this is where it changes the most. Because I've got fully bloomed right now. I'll take everything off, and the ghost doesn't look like that, right?
Who worked on?
The ghost would be
was it
Alex and mostly Alex.
Alex and Alex.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Alex is like like two of me.
Shoot. Okay, so basically this, if you notice, is more the shape of his basic form.
That's great.
Without any mushrooms at all.
Yeah.
Okay, get out of the way. Oh, what's happening? Don't push me. Life-giving amulet. And then you'll notice the poofs. Wait for it. Oh no, this won't do the poof.
Oh, it didn't do it.
Not this. It's got to be the other animation. The one where people use something on me.
Well, when the season changes back, which I don't know, I guess.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Then you can see it.
Okay,
then,
let's
right?
make it not spring then, because spring is hard.
Yeah, it's a hay fever time. It's
okay,
hard for
if you guys
everybody.
check this out, did it do?
It's still the same one right now, so maybe.
Oh yeah, no, there's the 30-second thing. Don't want to bug yet. Give it 30 seconds.
There it is.
There. Okay, and those poofs, those effects are colored to the skin as well.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot you did that. That's cool.
Set.
Well, I guess Lara did that.
Set.
Or did you do that?
I did that.
Oh. You're taking our jobs away.
It's just paintbrushing or paint bucketing. Okay, so
call it what you will.
The thing I did was very simple. Like, if you guys have time, you can make it better. Okay, so I think that's it for the spring. So now the last thing is the sanity stuff. Okay, so that I don't need the notes anymore. But that's where it changed a little bit from single player. The idea behind it hasn't changed. The values haven't changed.
Okay.
The distances haven't changed. So in a nutshell, like planting stuff gives you sanity. Digging up, chopping stuff, or just like killing plants.
Yeah.
But not all plants.
Oh, well.
That's the part.
I feel like there has to be a balance somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
so that will make you lose sanity. So flowers, everyone else gets sanity from picking them. I don't. I will save something, and I'll actually lose sanity for that. Crops it doesn't matter because you plant crops, you know they're for eating, therefore you're not sad.
I guess so. It's understood there's a cycle, like a circle of life when you.
But generally, it's like things that are planted otherwise, like bigger plants. So like small plants like ferns or little mushrooms, usually those are excluded. The tiny things we really like, they don't matter. But anything else that you're actually trying to grow, like trees or bushes or grass or saplings, that stuff, so that all hurts. So so when you're chopping tree, the sanity trigger happens when it gets chopped down and also when you dig it up, so that all hurts sanity. So that's part of it. And I don't see it.
That's what I like, though. It's just like a completely different way of playing.
I didn't get any pine cones because I chopped a tiny tree. So if I plant this, my sanity goes up. It's kind of hard to see, but if you were watching the meter.
Oh yeah.
Planting seeds on grounds, planting seeds on farms also counts for sanity. Planting berry bushes, all, saplings, and things like that also counts. One thing we added that I think was missed in Hamlet was planting butterflies as flowers also gives you sanity.
Wait, what?
That's exactly why it was missed.
What?
Okay, you can catch butterflies.
Okay.
Right? And then you can either murder them or plant them.
Oh. Well, I'm always gonna do the one right one.
The murder one?
No!
Well,
how dare you?
Them. So I plant. So that gives me sanity as well.
Oh, that's cool. It's interesting. I had no idea.
Oh, quick. Yeah, so the murder thing.
Yes.
So that was one of the controller things we did with the controller is previously on controller, if there was like an action like murder and plant, those all go to the right D-pad. Okay. Which means that you can't have both, right? Yes. So you actually don't see the murder option unless there's ways to make it, but in general, like if people know what I mean by you'll only see plant as an option, you don't see murder, right. And we started looking at it because we're like, oh, I want to plant seeds on a controller, but I don't see the eat option anymore because it's exactly the same problem. So we fixed that for things that can be planted but also have another action, it'll be on the left button now.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but there was also a bug with that. Which is what we've patched now.
It just piles on sometimes.
Okay, but that's basically a quick explanation of what happened there. Okay, so the differences between single player and multiplayer for the sanity stuff is what happens when it's not the action I'm doing, but something that's happening near me that someone else is doing. So because that also is completely like that affects my sanity as well. If someone else chops a tree or a tree burns near me,
because he's watching it happen. So,
if a tree burns down around me, it will be a problem for my sanity as well. If someone else is chopping trees, it'll hurt me as well. And whoa, lots of things running across the screen, which is kind of good.
I like it.
So the way it's different is the values are scaled by distance now, because in DST there could be like a lot of people doing things near you, and that would hurt too much. Like if you're just sitting in the base and people are chopping down forests.
If they all chop down a tree at the same time, your sanity just goes boom.
So
or does it?
It will if it was like the old way, because if you've noticed chopping your own trees, like you can't chop that many trees before you start going insane.
Right. So you just have to walk away and say, just don't let me see it.
So basically, that's how it works in DST. I think it's fair. The other thing we've changed is people are still going to be doing stuff. Like you're getting less, but you're still getting those hits to your sanity. So the audio cues and stuff would just be going nuts, and we didn't like that. So what we changed was anything that was happening around you that triggered your sanity would be queued up as like over time, so you would see it as draining over time on your bar. You'd see it in an arrow over there. Maybe I'm gonna do something terrible.
Is it murder again?
No, it's burning down a forest. Because I was like, these guys are so good. They haven't burnt a single thing. I guess there's no willows.
Oh, there you go.
But now I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, but I have to.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
So when they burn down,
well, you're gonna hurt everybody actually.
This should go up. The other quick note is if you're hurting plants that are already like dead, or diseased, now you see my sanity draining way faster now.
Yep.
So it drains over 5 seconds, I think. I think it's set to drain over 5 seconds. And then obviously if you were closer when it happened, then it would be more of a drain. So you'll see that's why the arrow goes up big and small when the trees die. It goes big for 5 seconds and then it goes back small till the next tree dies. The other thing that's kind of like just a little thing we did was that if someone plants or if I plant something, I can erase all of the negative queued up sanity that is currently draining, but it's only 5 seconds, so it's kind of like a very small window of time where you can undo that.
I see.
But the total value over that 5 second doesn't really change. Like once it's started, you can't say, I'm going to walk further away. That doesn't reduce it.
Oh, okay.
But if I instantly planted this butterfly, it would have erased all of
That's good.
the queued up negative sanity and just stop that.
Like, I mean, that's a cool, like, you have that at your disposal, so basically, you may as well just use it, right?
Yeah. So that's basically the difference. Do the tree guards drain his sanity? Are we talking about does he have a sanity aura or something? If he does, it won't be any different than any other player losing sanity near the bosses, because most bosses have a sanity aura.
I see.
So that's just the same. But why is it getting so hot all the time? I guess because I'm doing max fire. Okay, I think we've covered everything about him. Were there other questions? Swiftmo asked how much sanity from planting. I can't remember the number on that. It's exactly the same as single player though.
Yeah, you were discussing numbers when planting and between the fire, and I thought it came up, but I
didn't have
guess
it written down.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure someone will know. So I think I've gone through everything. Okay, here's eye plants are friendly to wormwood. If that matters to you.
Okay.
It's unfortunate
you're
because
talking to the wrong person.
No, I was talking to Jason about this. He's like, "Did you remember to do that?" And then I'm like, "I totally forgot," because there's a lot more like hostile plant creatures in Hamlet.
Oh yeah.
And then in ours, it's like it's supposed to be plants are friendly to wormwood, but I'm like, there's one plant. Should I say plants or should I just say eye plants? Because
it's kind of funny though. It's like maybe there's just one plant. It's just like, well, I just don't like you, and that's all it takes.
But yeah, basically you can walk through their eyes and they won't attack you. How long does it take to reach full speed bonus during spring? It's not really based on a time.
It's just the phase
it's basically specifically tied to this phase and the day in that season. So if I spawn directly into the middle of smack in the middle of spring, just like when I use the command and switch to the middle of spring, I instantly full bloom. Yeah, you don't take time. You don't need 5 days to bloom or anything like that. It's just the calendar is what controls that. So yeah, it really depends on your world settings and how long your spring season is, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've covered all the gameplay. Don't seem to have any more questions. I'm gonna thank these guys. They were really good.
Yeah, thanks. Guys.
What? I was like, I forgot to tell people the password. Because everyone was already here. The password was Oasis.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Okay. What was this? Okay.
Just Oasis.
Okay.
But but the server's shutting down now. The password was Oasis.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'll just quickly show everyone the skins again, and then I think that would be it for today. If you guys have any other questions, just head over to the forums.
You're just gonna go through. We should go through the bits and pieces too. That's the kind of stuff that I.
So there. Oh, you mean these?
Yeah. Just I mean, I guess you're just gonna click them all on for.
Yeah, I'm just putting them all on.
Yeah, okay.
The legs.
Yeah.
The hedgerows, fingers.
Sorry, you know what I was thinking is I want to see more bits and pieces from other skins. And I would just go nuts. I'd just be like, what works together? What works together? Yeah, I know.
Character creator is the thing I spent 2 hours in.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what game I'm talking about.
Well, which one of the one handful
where you're hunting things in a world. I think I was
Don't starve.
I think I was in the character creator for 2 hours at least before I started doing anything else. So this is the cactus one. It's called the Oasis Bound. So far I've seen the reaction is it's between the Oasis Bound and the one I was using, the mushroom that people like.
Hollow. Sorry.
So far those are the most popular, I think. I played with the mushroom, and then finally this is the rose one. I'll just put this one on.
Well, the rose one has its appeal too because it's more.
It's darker, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of stately.
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely a different style.
It says "Feel Big Fancy" right there. So there you go. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Thanks, everybody.
Mike, that's for you. They want you to check out the showing off your outfits thread on the forum.
Oh no!
You can join them. We're gonna be hosting. I lost the message. Jan was gonna say. Hosting Starkels. Oh, it's Dark Elves. Okay,
Dark
yes. We should go to this.
Sure.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I think we went a little over time. Should we play this again or not? What?
I want to say yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll see you guys again next time after we have another update. Yeah. Back to fixing bugs.
Sure. Yeah. Good times for everyone.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Right, thank you, everyone.